My name is Isaac Castro, and I will be doing my research project on the West Nile virus. In this presentation, I will be talking a little bit about the description of it, such as where it derives from, what pathogen family it belongs to. I'll also be talking about the symptoms of the disease, possible treatments, the research activity on this disease, a little bit about the funding, just everything regarding this virus. First, I'm gonna start talking about do a little information of what the West Nile virus is. It's gonna be a mosquito-borne pathogen that belongs to the flavivirus genus family. Typically, the mode of infection that this virus is transmitted by is gonna be mosquitoes. The mosquitoes themselves don't come with this disease. They usually contract it once they feed off of animal hosts, which are most commonly going to be infected birds. This virus isn't what you call a killable virus, for example, the Black Death. However, there are some cases in which more severe cases can occur. 4 out of 5 cases, including the West Nile virus, don't are asymptomatic. You won't feel anything, you won't even know you have it. Most people that do experience some symptoms are typically just going to be flu like symptoms, headache, coughing, just what you would get from your typical flu. Usually, like I said, the West Nile virus is detected only in severe cases. However, I know I said that the West Nile virus isn't what you call a killing virus, such as the Black Death. However, there are some severe cases. Some of the more severe symptoms of the disease include encephalitis, which is going to be the inflammation of the brain, which is not good at all. Another one that could possibly happen, very rare, but it does happen, is going to be meningitis, which is inflammation of the membranes that cover the brain and the spinal cord. And more often than not, if you do experience some more either mild or severe symptoms of this disease, there's a very long recovery period, and people who are immunocompromised are more at risk of developing severe symptoms. Talking about the treatment and prevention of the West Nile virus, there really is no cure per se. The only current treatment that they do offer for the West Nile virus is going to be supportive care and basically prevention. People can prevent themselves from contracting the virus by avoiding mosquito infested areas, covering bare skin, and using mosquito repellent. Another way we could help prevent this disease from spreading is going to be screening blood and organ donors. However, it is the chance of it transferring through blood or organ donations is very, very minimal. However, we should not take the chance. Talking a little bit about the research around this disease, we know that the virus can live in insects and animals, and well, that mosquitoes are the ones that are spreading the virus. Even after thoroughly studying the West Nile virus, we still do not completely understand it simply because we can't contain that virus alive for a long time. We can't incubate it, it just dies very quickly, so it's a little hard to do too much research on it. Which is why producing a vaccine for humans has been a big challenge. However, there has been success in animals such as horses. Like I previously stated, there is no FDA approved vaccine for the West Nile virus for humans. However, there are many being developed. 3 vaccines have made it to clinical trials. 2 generic vaccines, the combination of different genetic components, are safe and proven to fight against the virus. However, there is evidence of cross protection for the virus vaccines, but as of right now, there is unfortunately no vaccine. The best vaccine that is offered is simply prevention. Try not to get bit, as hard as that sounds, especially in the summer. That's when it's the hardest. So, talking about the West Nile virus and how it's involved with animals, birds are the primary host of the West Nile virus. However, many animals can carry the virus. 1 in 3 horses that get infected with West Nile virus will die. So, the West Nile virus is a little more threatening in animals, which is why I believe the vaccine for animals was invented first, which is why, as stated, West Nile virus vaccines for horses and exotic birds and zoo, just to prevent them from dying. There are 3 approved vaccines for horses: 2 formalin inactivated vaccines, which was the first type to be made. Nearly all vaccinated horses show resistance and it requires boosters 2 times a year. I mean, why wouldn't we? It prevents the horse from dying, and especially if you have a horse or a couple horses, horses are not cheap, so you do want to maintain them healthy. The DNA vaccine contains genes from the West Nile virus. It is more effective, and all vaccinated horses have protection against the virus for a year. A little bit about what we're doing for this is mosquito eradication programs. It is instituted in major cities around the US. The goal is to reduce the amount of vectors, aka mosquitoes. Pesticides such as bacteria are used to kill mosquito larvae or adults. Unfortunately, pesticides may kill beneficial organisms. I have had a little bit of an experience with these mosquito eradication programs. A couple years ago, there was a van around my neighborhood driving around and releasing mosquitoes. And from what we heard, there were sterile mosquitoes. So when they mated, all the eggs were not hatched. And that year, we did have a lot of mosquitoes, but they were more like flies as opposed to blood sucking mosquitoes, which was nice. It was an improvement. The importance of the research that should go into the West Nile virus is it will save a lot of money. The costs come from supportive care, control programs, and the loss of animals. We talked about how expensive horses were. Advancing research on West Nile virus may save many lives, both animal and human. Talking a little bit about the solution, it's not a worldwide virus where everyone's going to die from it, but there are people who suffer from it, and we do want to look out for our other fellow human beings and other animals that live on the same planet. Some of the solutions that I talked about in the paper is a worldwide effort following the One Health concept, providing more research and funding to produce an FDA licensed vaccine, and also sending more resources to areas that are more impacted by mosquitoes, such as Texas and California, and the continued use of mosquito eradication programs. That is going to be the end of my presentation. Thank you guys very much for listening, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.